Welcome guys. In today's video we will basically go over this trade right here that we have posted on our community posts, and we're asking you guys if you were interested in seeing how this was able to be catched, and we will do it right now. So if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe and comment, and see you soon. Now let's get straight to the video. So basically what we was looking at was this potential range right here, and you are potentially asking yourself, why were we looking at that specific range? Okay, and we will go directly to it. All right, but we will have to have some explanation. So you guys know that we trade supply and demand. You can see our other videos how we draw supply and demand zones, how we plot these levels, and basically how we enter. All right, and in this video we will go over some reasoning and explain you guys this move, so you can basically go on your own and eventually find that on your own pairs, or if you want to trade GBP Japanese yen as well. So what you can see in this whole movement right here, all right, you can see it was a pretty strong movement, around 376 pips. If we look at the overall structure, all right, we can see that it has only broken one structural low here. Okay, so it's, in this case, it's only internal structure that it has broken, but either way it has broken internal structure. All right, and we will be looking for potential trades at this region. All right, as we personally like to catch 100, 150, 200 pips on our moves, and we are basically in on a 50-minute and out in maximum 3 to 5 days. All right, so we would still be looking at this range, as it will potentially show us quite some levels for potential profit. Right, so that would be very interesting if we should get that opportunity. But since we have broken this low right here, all right, we weren't only looking at this level. Okay, the probabilities were, yeah, we could be seeing some continuous downside, eventually 100 to 200 pips of reaction off of this range right here, but since we have broken this point here, the origin really started at this point. Okay, so this move started from here, so it stopped here and continued down. Okay, so this would be still a valid level to be looking for potential. If you're interested in learning how we trade, you can go to the link in the description, and you can find a link to our trading book, our lifetime membership, and our one-on-one sessions. All right, on the trading book you will learn everything we trade, and the foundations, how we analyze, and some few extras to basically start your foot in the door with our analysis techniques and execution techniques. And then you have the lifetime membership, where you will get to access to the video calls, our daily updates, one-on-one time with us, and as well 24/7 support. So this would be the lifetime membership. And for the people that want a little bit more, you can also watch our mentorship video, and you can see how our mentorship is structured. So now let's get straight to the video. Trades. All right, so we will have two levels that we could be looking for on the 4 hour, but we know that the better probability level is always sitting at the origin of an impulsive move up or down. Okay, and now basically once we get this, okay, either we look for buys at this point right here, or we look for buys and then short it here, started hedging here, looking for a bigger hedge, or if we are not in the buys, we can just wait to see if we can see a continuous move to the downside. So let's move it forward. You can see price comes into this level, and you can see here, okay, that we had some reaction at this point. Okay, it was around 40 pips, so probably you would be going break even if you enter at this point. All right, and you're seeing, okay, continuous reaction, the level holds, but finally price breaks outside of this level. Okay, so we break outside of it. Let's delete this level. Okay, and now we are really looking at this level right here. Okay, and we are really eager to potentially enter here trade. Of course, we won't be going too deep in the sessions, etc., but we have basically specific time levels or time zones that we are really looking for trades during the day, and that can be very helpful in structuring or trading. And this trade was specifically taken in the deeper half, or basically the last few minutes of the New York session. So it was a pretty good trade. All right, so it presented itself in New York session, so you didn't even have to wake up really early. We know the guys on the US side have to wake sometimes at 2 a.m. to basically trade the London session, but 7 a.m. over here in Europe, you don't have many traders as well trading London session. So so let's get back to the analysis, or what we were basically doing. So now price came all the way here to this level, okay, and usually what you can see is if a level is too obvious, okay, you will get basically a liquidity run, and you will see price basically just peaking outside. And if you see price peaking outside the zone, okay, and closing inside of it again, this is where you can pull the trigger. All right, because you have even more confirmation. We won't go too deep into that and why is so, but if you take a look at your charts, you will see that if it happens, it's actually a really good confirmation point. But there's another confirmation point that we will see eventually in this trade as well, which is basically price tends to form one low in a level or a range where you will be potentially looking to trade, and that specific low will induce traders to basically short or long it very early. Okay, and what you can see after the first low being taken, okay, or being formed, when the move happens here, you will see a lot of FOMO from traders that were looking at that range, but then say, oh no, it's going without me, what will I do? And usually, okay, it's not always, you will see that same high being taken out. Okay, and in this case, this is the best trade you will get if you get any rejection signals. Of course, you are not looking at this at any point, but you basically want to have a bit more confluences. You see a pin bar, an engulfing, and you can enter. All right, so this is the best entry, and this is where people will say, okay, the zone is wiping out. Okay, this trade is not working out. Good that I didn't enter, and I will wait for the next trade. And then usually this is what happens. All right, people that actually trade breakouts and all that stuff, if they come to trade these things, it messes up with your head. I know it for myself because I came from break and retest breakout trading when my initial few months and years of my trading career. So in the beginning, trying to enter these things would be a very big internal conflict for myself. So you have to manage to get that out of your system. So to make it a bit more interesting, let's go to the 15-minute time frame. and we can see things a bit clearer. So you see here price ranging from this level and then basically coming in to the zone. All right, so let's see what we get here. Okay, so we have here a gap in price, and I want to go back here. Okay, so I'm not interested in the gap. I want to have clear price action, and what I want you guys to take in consideration in this 15-minute level is this low, these lows right here. Okay, these lows pretty significant. All right, so we had some traders as well taking long trades, risky of course, but catching potential scalp setups, intraday setups. All right, and basically they were pretty well off. All right, but what happens here? All right, we formed the first low. Okay, you could have entered here, okay, because you saw here this accumulation, but this would be for me a potential failed liquidity run, as we saw here some reaction and then price just engulfs deeper. So in this case we are looking for a liquidity run, in this case here. Okay, you want to see highs broken, all right, and then seeing some type of reactions and going with that same reaction. All right, so what happens here? Okay, we see here we want to see a liquidity run above those levels. So what do we see? Liquidity run, price taking out those highs, very clean. We have some more things that we use to give us more accuracy, but this would be the point that you will be entering. All right, this would be the ideal point for entry, and you can even have a 25 pip stop loss. And for many smart money guys out there, that's, oh my god, that's too big, and you can still make quite some good money out of it. All right, so what happens here? Okay, so let's say you just target these lows right here. Okay, that's a 5-to-1. Okay, and then what we catched was around 150 pips, so we wanted to just see a little bit below this level right here and not being too greedy. All right, a bit low, no, a bit more. This was around here, so around 170 pips here. Okay, but for myself, okay, this was a little bit less, all right, because I had my alert set at this point. Okay, and I was of course not grinded or glued to my screen, and eventually I just came into the market a few candles later. Okay, I was still lucky, okay, because this was eventually where I entered. Okay, and I was looking for around the same target. Okay, so around 160 pips. Okay, and we can see what happened afterwards. Okay, so what we have here, price breaking lower here, you can move your stop to break even. All right, and what do we see? Price just grinding lower. Okay, what happens here? Okay, as I wasn't on the charts, would be around the points where you want to be taking some profit out of the market. Okay, here, around here. So in London session next day, but I wasn't on the charts as I had a few things to do, and I came in around here. Okay, so price retraced quite a bit, and it's just waiting time. Okay, and we would see what will happen there. So price came close and then all the way. Okay, so if you didn't take the partial profits here, you could have taken partial profits at this point, all right, and let the remaining run. And what I do is I take out usually around 30%, which is just a portion to get my initial risk out and a bit more, and then I leave the remaining run for potential targets. And what happens here, we hit it. Okay, so this trade was manually closed around these candles right here. My broker, the prices is a bit different, okay, but basically for around 6-to-1 risk to reward. So I hope this video was interesting for you guys, and if you like this, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like that, leave a comment, and see you guys in another